Hey there, I'm Sarah. Welcome back to the Nook. For today's workout, we have a total body, minute to win it style workout. All that means is all the exercises we're going to do are for 1 minute. So you try to move in some modification of that exercise for the full 60 seconds. Let's get warmed up and I'll explain more. Come down into your space. We're going to start with a little cat-cow. Warm up for the spine. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, and simply inhale, gaze up. Exhale, tuck your chin, ground it out. So a tiny bit of yoga to start moving our body, start to find our breath, and find that motivation to get through this workout today. Pause in the center, reach one arm out, opposite foot back, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Keeping your limbs straight and strong. Last one this side. Set it down and switch. One hand out, the opposite leg, just to lift and lower. Your core starts to fire to find that balance. And send it back, downward facing dog. Upside down letter V with your body. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Maybe this time we pedal at our feet. Get a good stretch through your calves. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Back to plank, walk your hands up towards your feet, roll it up, and then pull one knee up towards your chest. As we walk it out and get ready to move for our first block, will kind of be an extension of our warm-up, and it's going to be squats. So we set up, feet hip distance apart, 2, 1, sit low, and once again, an extension of the warm-up. So it doesn't need to be your lowest squat. I'm just going to turn my volume up on my Tabata timer here. Remember, sink your hips back. And the whole entire time you should be able to see your toes. Not because you're leaning so far forward, because those knees are shooting back. Here's your halfway. Now if you want to pick it up a little bit, turn it into a little more cardio, now's a great time to do it. Or if you need a little bit more, maybe you had a jump. I jumped right out of my screen. 15 seconds, pick your poison. Just making sure those feet are pointing straight ahead no matter what you're doing. Our second move today is going to be push-ups. 2, 1, relax. So you got a 20-second transition. Grab some water, then meet me on the floor. Elbows are going to be going into a W. So not hugging in, not going wide, that midway point. 3, 2, 1, down. Think W with those arms. And press up. You know I love a good modified push-up because our range of motion, or how much we can move our body, can be greater. If you want to do them from your feet, you're more than welcome to. Just make sure you're not sacrificing your form. If even the modification becomes too much, just hold. Hold in that modified plank. Still get the upper body work for the full minute. You have 20 seconds left. Can you pick up your pace? Knowing we're going to be back on our feet just in 10 seconds, how many can you sneak in? 3, 2, 1, stand it up. Once again, 20 seconds. Stand it up, take a breath, grab some water. We're going into reverse lunges, alternating for the full minute. So keeping in mind, when we reverse, you're stepping on railroad tracks, not in a tightrope with those feet, and your front leg stays bent the whole time. So we increase this time under tension. That leg doesn't go straight. Make sure you're stepping back far enough so that front knee lines up over your front ankle. If your knee is fully like in front of your foot, make sure you just step back a little further. Keeping your chest upright. Arms go where they need to be. Maybe it's every other. like a runner's arm. Maybe hands on your hips. Just don't straighten that front leg. 20 seconds. Once again, pick up your pace. Pick up the depth of the lunge. We're back down on the mat in 10. 3, 2, 1, time. Shake out those legs and then come right on down. We got Superwoman's. Arms are coming straight up in the air, straight above you. Palms face each other. Legs squeeze into the midline. Gaze goes down and body goes up. Lift and lower. Now the modification of this is to release to the floor every time, which is okay. To make it tougher, it's just a tiny pinky tap, toe tap. So once again, it's that time under tension, so you don't fully relax. Gaze stays down. No need to look at your screen. I'm not doing anything different. I'm reaching my palms towards each other. My toes towards the midline. You got this. 20 seconds. Keep going, even if you took a little break. Rejoin me before the end. We got less than 10. 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. That one's sneaky, I will tell you. Next one, we're gluing our feet together. Thighs together, straight legs. We're going calf raises. So coming up onto your toes, the balls of your feet, heels are lifting off the ground. Here it is. I like my hands on my hips. It reminds me to engage my core. And it's a simple lift and lower. Notice if your heels are splaying out to the side, try to keep them towards the midline. They will go apart a little bit, just because if you get high enough on the balls of your feet, your ankles will separate. That's okay. Fight the urge to totally rock back and forth. It's obviously like a big exaggeration, but ground down through those toes, the toe mound the whole time. And once again, don't fully release to your heels. Can you have them ever so slightly tap down? Notice what your upper body's doing. Relax your shoulders, relax your face. Squeeze your glutes. Nice and steady. 2, 1, coming down. We're going dips. I like a good dip on a chair. If you want to do them on the chair, grab something that you can do them on. But I'm in my chair today, so I'm doing them on the floor. I'll show you this variation. If you've never tried it, try it. Like I'm going into a tabletop, a reverse tabletop. Sorry about that. Fingers face you. Hips come up, little elbow bend. My elbows are shooting straight back. My hips are staying pretty high, and if they touch the mat, it is the gentlest tap. The focus here is on the extension, so it's not so much how low you go, but you make sure you come to a full extension. If you find those elbows are splaying out to the side, don't go as low. Because then that's stress and strains in your shoulders, and that's not what we want out of these. For a little bit bigger challenge, can you lift your hips a little bit more? Then it puts some weight into your shoulders, maybe more than you bargained for. Go back to the mod. Just 10 seconds. Once again, hold if you get too much, but you're still working those triceps. We're back on our feet in 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. Shake out those arms. We're going alternating lateral lunge. So I'm going to try to find the middle of my space. I'm long. I might go off my mat. It's going to be a step, lunge, together, step, lunge, together. Sinking your hips back like you're sitting in a kindergarten chair. Here it is. Out, together, out, together. So it's pretty quick. Both my feet are facing forward. What I see a lot is that side step out, your foot turns out. Don't let it. Make sure it hits straight ahead. My 6-foot mat over here is looking pretty little at the moment. You got it. I hope you have enough space. 30 seconds. Now, pick how you're gonna improve. Are you gonna go quicker or are you gonna go lower? Meaning, your hips go lower, not your chest. Who needs weights, right? Obviously, you can do all these exercises, or most of them today, with weights as well. Maybe come back to it and try it with a weight or two. 2, 1, balance it out, relax it. Come on down, it's planks with a shoulder tab. I'm gonna show you from the front because you won't be able to see my arms. Eyes gaze down, right hand, left shoulder, left arm, right shoulder, tapping, alternating the entire time. But you're in a plank. So widen those feet about as wide as your hands, and then try to limit the shift in your hips, side to side. To make it easier, give yourself a wider stance with your feet. Make it easier, drop those knees, and give me the mod. Still limiting your shift side to side. And of course, to make it harder, bring up your feet. If to make it even more challenging, bring those feet together. You got less than 30, give it a try. It's amazing how much more stable I feel with my feet as wide as my hands. Make sure your shoulders are right over your wrists. The tendency is to have them way behind it. And then it takes away from the core work. But excellent. Time, stand it up. 2 more exercises. Grab a quick sip of water. This next one is sumo squats. So we're getting into this inner thigh. We turn our feet out. We track our knees out to the side. And we get as low as we can go. So we're towards the end of our workout now. Now I want this to be quick. Once you find that movement pattern, pick up your speed. My chest stays lifted, but you can reach towards the ground. What I don't want you to do is hunch over. So let your hips be your guide on how low you go. 20 seconds in, want to add some Frogger hops for that middle 20. Awesome. And get those arms up, add even more cardio, or just go right to this sumo. Last 20 seconds, maybe you just pulse. Make sure you're driving those knees out to the side. Tuck that tailbone under. Core is nice and tight. 10 seconds. What are you gonna do with it? Time. All right, grand finale. It's my crazy version of a burpee. If you know me, you know I don't love these. But it's good to challenge our minds sometimes. I know physically we can all do this. Mentally is a different story. Here's how it works. Squat it down. Step or hop it out. We add the push up. Side plank. Side plank. Walker, hop it in. Jumper up on your toes. Yep, told you it was weird. Push up. Side plank fully. Side plank fully. Hop it up, step it up, and jump. You can always, of course, modify the push-up. You can modify the side plank. You can modify the jump. So many options, and you're halfway through. Who's with me? Look at that. 12 seconds. Can we get another one in? Two, 1, time. We'll cheat on that last one. Relax it, stand it up. Breathe. Here comes the cool down. Don't stop the video. Get our heart rate down. Find a little sway, banana twist. Little side to side. Let your arms go lazy. Big inhale through your nose. Exhale out the mouth. Let's find a quad stretch. Plant that right foot down. Grab the left leg. Knees close together. Pelvis tucked under. Tailbone tucked under. That was the word. Stand up tall. And switch. Left leg down. Right foot in your right hand. Ooh, find your balance. Hold something imaginary. That usually works for me. Big breath. Kick that same leg out in front. Hamstring stretch. All I do is kick my hips back. Send it forward. It doesn't need to collapse forward. I feel it already through the back of my leg. And come up and switch. Other hamstring. That's why I love these workouts. Because we're like, what, 15 minutes in? My heart's up, my heart rate's up, I'm sweaty, I got a full workout in. Stand it up, arms circle back. When people say they don't have time, we all can carve out 15 minutes for ourselves. There's that triple ding. You made it. Thank yourself for showing up today. No matter when you did this, and first the video came out or you're doing this a year from now, who cares? You made it. You made it through our minute to minute workout. If you're not already part of our Time Out for Moms community on Facebook, come join us. I post these workouts there also, along with Monday meditations, weekly recipes, and a ton of other easy ways to sneak in some self-care as a busy mom. Because let's be honest, none of us have any time. No fairy godmother's coming in saying, here's your hour and a half today to take care of yourself. We gotta carve it out. So my whole theory is carving out 2% of the day for you, not just your physical, your mental and emotional. Go have a great week. Thanks for joining me.